Hey, this is Chris. We're back for another show. We've got a guest coming on today. So we had Alid on a couple of weeks ago. We got loads of great feedback. Alid showing you how he'd expanded his garage. I know so many garages that have opportunity to expand and make themselves bigger. And this week's guest has been modding some of his garage. So it's Darren Millin at Millin's garage in Blackpool. He's been installing some new brake roller testers, and let's see how he got on doing that. We're joining Darren Millin at Millin's garage in Blackpool. Hi to you, Darren.
Morning, Chris.
So you recently installed, and I was actually down at the garage, you're not far from our HQ, you recently installed a new brake roller tester. There'll be garage owners watching this tonight that are thinking of upgrading their kit. How long had you been thinking about doing this?
We thought about it for a while, but we actually got caught a bit short because our brake roller tester failed. It gave us slight warnings that it was going to fail, so we kind of had a month where we were just sort of winging it a little bit and getting it to work, but we were aware that we needed to act quickly and get one in, and we managed to get it sorted within a month.
Now, one thing people will be thinking about is how long are they going to have to maybe close the garage, or how can the process be done? Because obviously garages are very reliant on being open and having customers coming in and out with their cars. So is there a concern about how disruptive it would be to the day-to-day running of the business?
A little bit. Obviously, they come out and do a quick survey and check your measurements. Unfortunately for us, our brake roller tester was quite an old one. It was a little bit obsolete. The modern ones go a little bit deeper into the ground. So we just had to do a bit of groundwork as well. We had to do a little bit of digging out and relay a bed just for 20 mil. That's how much we were short. But even then, with that, we managed to do it within 2 weekdays and a weekend. We were back up and running. So we basically stopped MOTing on the Thursday. We were open again as a testing station on the Monday. With the Callum that we used, they came and did our actual install, and it was done very efficiently.
So will every garage owner that installs one have to do this groundwork, or will some be a straight swap?
No, I think if you've got I think the basic measurement is a depth of 300 mil. I think if you've got that depth, then you can pretty much, I think they're a pretty standard size, so you can go straight in. I think one of the things that would concern garage owners is everything's going to be online connected equipment now, and this can sound like a bit of a minefield. I was a bit concerned about that because the brake roller tester is actually connected to the MOT testing service. That was a concern, but incredibly smooth, very easy to do once you get your key, as they call it, which is a link. Very easily to install and be up and running. But that was a fear, but it's nothing to be worried about. It's very easy.
And have you seen some key benefits from changing it? What's the minute you start using a new bit of kit, you see sort of an instant result?
Yeah, I mean, modern technology, like I say, ours was about 30 years old. So, to go to that modern technology that's all digital, to have those results sent straight over to the MTS so you don't have to input those figures yourself and things like that. Yeah, it does make it very easy to use, Just going back to one thing about the time down and one thing, this is where MOT manager was very, very good, because we could very quickly just have a look and see what MOTs were due on vehicles at that time period. Whether the car had just been in for a bulb or a tyre, we had those details, so we could see when those vehicles were due. So we actually contacted all our customers that we anticipated would need their MOT doing at that time, and we got them booked in either before or after. So we didn't actually lose anything.
It's an interesting point that you raise about MOT Manager, the software, because that being able to contact customers so quickly, having the correct details, SMS out to them and get that information. So I appreciate that feedback, because we have been talking a lot on the show. People think of it as just an MOT reminder, and we saw this with COVID, with lockdown, where business was changing. When Grant Shapps made that announcement in the morning about moving the dates, no one knew. There was no advance warning, and everyone got caught out. So when these change, like you say, your kit broke, you've got to get that fixed. You've got more than just thinking about changing the kit. You've got to think about rearranging customers, because a customer, when they're coming in for an MOT, that's quite a big thing. They've got to make arrangements, haven't they, to get in and get that done?
Yeah. So it works very well.
Is there any one thing you learned from installing this bit of kit finally? So if a garage owner's watching this and thinking, Joe, I think we should press on and upgrade and get more connected, is there any certain pointer that you worked out that you could pass on?
No, I think the only thing I would say is don't be scared of it. It's very easy, and we all know what DVSA like. They like you to be on top of your equipment, things like that. So I think just being up to date, that's a real help. But don't be scared of the connected equipment. It works brilliantly. We've done it with our emissions machine as well now. That's connected. The only thing that we haven't got connected is the beam setter, which will be the next thing that we do.
That's brilliant. Well, Darren, thank you so much for joining us on the show tonight. I'm sure anyone that's thinking of upgrading their kit will have got great value from that, and hopefully we'll get you back on the show a little bit later in the year.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, Chris.
So, do you fancy coming on the show? Have you been doing something interesting in your garage? Is there something within the garage industry that you feel strongly about and you want to come on and have a chat? It would be great to have you on as a guest. It's really simple. Just go to motmanager.co.uk. You'll see very clearly there where you can send us a message or contact us on the socials, and one of the team here or myself will give you a call back and we'll get you on a future show.